Well, my name is Joe Ben Brown. I'm the husband of Ann Brown. We got started probably 20 years ago in genealogy for the simple fact I didn't know anything about either side of my family. And I decided I wanted to find out something about them. We went out to California and visited an uncle of mine, Uncle Jim. He is a twin brother of my father. My father was killed when I was 6 years old, just started school. And we got some information. We thought Uncle Jim really was kind of a blowhard, we thought. As it turned out, the old man had a real sharp mind, remembered things, remembered dates, and we have been surprised over our travels and interviewing family members, both sides. Some people can just remember dates, and you can, whatever they say you can take to the bank. Others you're not real sure of. But we got started doing that. And we were just writing this down. Ann always took the notes. I drive her crazy when I make notes because I can't remember or read what I write. We decided, well, let's put this in the computer. By this time, we were both into computers, and we bought a little package called Family Origins. And that's the package we started with. We like it. It turned out to be one of the best on the market. The company since has gone out of business and been replaced by the people that wrote it, or the programmers, with Roots Magic. We're converting everything to that. But over the years, we have converted our photographs to digital image. We're putting a lot of them into the packages. We're now using digital cameras to record some of the things. We've been to a lot of cemeteries and taken pictures. Started out with photographs and then scan them. Now we just use a digital camera, and it's made life real easy. But that's basically how we got into the business. The difference between what I've done and what she's done, I've had to research nearly everything I've dug up. I've gotten a lot of stuff off the internet. I've met a lot of people on the internet that are family. I've met a lot of people that I never knew before in my family that are really nice people. And fortunately has never had to do much research. Stuff just flows into her. I mean, they stack it faster than she can pitch it. But that's our basic difference. So we'll go ahead and let her tell about all the nice things that she does. She's really recording all of both sides of her family. You're all the way back to
1600 in the Basket family.
Yeah. I've gotten mine back to about 1700, so I'm running 100 years behind her. But it's interesting. We've been to a lot of places where our ancestors lived. On my side of the family, I've been back to Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi. Her side of the family, we've been over into Missouri and Kansas, both sides into Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Seattle, been out to Seattle. But it's something that we really just enjoy doing. You learn something every day.
Okay, you all have heard from Joe about how we originally got started. I wasn't interested in it at first, but the more I got into it, the more I thought, this sounds like something I need to do. And I particularly wanted to do it because I had a lot of information already from my grandmother Basket. She did a lot of recording and handwritten. And then I had an aunt that her granddaughter talked her into doing a story. I had an uncle who did, his daughter did a story, family story. So I had a lot of information, and so when I started putting this down and people learned that I was doing this, they became interested in sending me stuff, and I got on the internet. As Joe had said, we did get on the internet a lot and found out a lot of information. We when we first got started, we went out to Amarillo College and took a course, and so it kind of helped us understand what we needed to do. And we joined the Amarillo Genealogy Society and went to all their seminars, and anything they did we would do. And we've taken a lot of trips. We took a trip back to Missouri about 4 years ago and went to all the cemeteries back there. And then about 5 years ago, we started our basket reunion here in Amarillo. And as people got interested in what I had done, they started feeding me the material. And now I have more material than I can get in the computer. And this year, I still have not gotten everything in that I need to get in. I do have some good pictures of our grandparents, the William LeGrand Basket family. My grandparents, James Harvey and Myrtle Basket. I've got stories that I intend to take. We're having the reunion on June the 19th this year. And the more people that will send me stories, the more it's going to be interesting to everybody in years to come. And so I've encouraged people to do that, and they are reluctant, but once you sit down, I say reluctant, I'm reluctant to do it, and I haven't done it yet myself, but everybody has a story to tell. And when you enter that into this, your children are going to be really interested in hearing your story, because my grandparents' story is really interesting. I've got a lot of information from, I've got picture books that I intend to take. I've got, I don't know, what?
Photographs.
Photographs, yeah. I've got a photograph of, do you want me to show this at this time?
Sure.
I've got a photograph of a Susan Francis Johnson, who was the wife of William David. Now, William David is seventh in the generation in our family. It goes William the preacher, who was the second pastor of the church in Lyles County in Fluvanna, Virginia. And then his dad was John Basket, and then William David, which is Susan's, the picture here taken, was her husband. Then that goes to William LeGrand, which is James Harvey's father. So that gives you an idea. This particular picture was, she was born in 1797. So, and it's a tintype, and that's very rare for a tintype to be that large and in that good a shape. Norma Emery was Grandpa Basket's niece. It was Grandpa Basket's brother's daughter gave this picture to me, because she said since I was doing the genealogy, she felt like that people would have a chance to see it more with all of the information I have. So a lot of people, I haven't had to do a whole lot of research, because it's been given to me. And the Emery family, Melba Keppen, has given me a lot of information, and I haven't got all of hers in there yet, but it just keeps flowing. So I don't know what else to say other than that it's an ongoing job, and I was. I don't know that I could say I was fortunate to get the job, but it was handed to me. and I will continue to enter. And I've had problems with some of the information. When I first started, I put in everything I got. And as other information started coming back to me, I ran into problems because I had something different than they gave me. And so the sources weren't put in when I originally started, so I didn't know who gave me that information. So anyway, I encourage each of you to, as Marvin comes around and wants you to do a little section, I think it'd be great if you would tell something about your family, and then I can look at the video and say, okay, I'll put that in. Anyway, that's what I'd like for you to do.
Would you like to demonstrate how the software works a little bit? What's available on the software?
Well, of course, as Joe told you in the beginning, the original software we used was Family Origin, and they went out of business, and I was introduced to this just yesterday. Because Joe insisted that I do this because he said it would do so much more. But when we printed out, we didn't print it out, we did a report and just showed it on the screen. We had 67 inch or 6 feet some odd from the beginning until the end, and it's impossible to do from the very beginning to where we are now. There's just too much.
Wall charts?
Wall charts.
Yeah.
I started out putting stuff in, starting with William LeGrand and Marianne Hawkins, and as I get the older pictures, I just put them in here. I've got a picture of Susie Basket. James Harvey only had one sister, which was Susie, and she has a daughter who is Beulah Willoughby Suter, and she's still living. Joe and I went over there in '99 and visited her in a nursing home in Yukon, Oklahoma. Very lovely lady. I tried to get one of her sons to bring her this time, but she has developed some heart problems now and is just unable to come. I've got age 4 picture of James Harvey Basket, which is my grandfather, and most of you have that, and his twin sons, Ray and Roy, really neat old picture. I have their wedding picture taken in 1906, and just a lot of, I have a picture of W.E. Basket, and he was in the service during World War II and was stationed at Lubbock, and during that time he visited us in Amarillo, and we got acquainted with him, and he is coming this year to the reunion, and we're real excited about that. I have pictures of Grandma and Grandpa Basket's 50th anniversary, and then goes on to their 60th wedding anniversary with old pictures. A lot of the pictures are some that I had, and some are that people have sent me. I have started a new section with the Emory pictures. Since they're commingled, I have a lot of the Emory pictures in here, and I continue to get those. I have one book here of the pictures that have been taken at the reunion each year, starting with the first one out at the Whitaker Ranch, and that was the first one was 2000. So this will be the 4th year for the reunion, and we've just had some great times out there, but some of our people are getting a little bit older, and we decided this year that we might want to change and have a place where it would be air conditioned and be a little bit more comfortable. Bertha Knight is probably one of our oldest that has been coming, Bertha and Harold, and they're both not able to sit out at the ranch anymore, so we've changed it this year. So that will be interesting. Now I've also got a book of cemetery. I've got with just the descendants of William LeGrand. I've got each family with a family group sheet, and then behind these I put pictures of the cemeteries and dates and everything of the ones, and Joe and I have visited a lot of these, and then a lot of people have sent me copies of the cemetery tombstones, and I have that for each member of William LeGrand's family, which is James Harvey's brothers and sisters, and a lot of Edgar Ernest people are still living in California, a lot of them, and they're buried in California. But I've got a lot of people sending me information, and and pictures, and we've had people come from his side of the family. The last 2 years, there's been several people come from this side of the family. I've got stories I mentioned earlier about family stories. I've got a story that Anna Marie Baskett wrote, and she is Grandma and Grandpa Baskett's, James Harvey's daughter. She wrote a story for her granddaughter. And then Emery, which is my uncle, his daughter wrote a story. And then Beulah, the one I mentioned that is Grandpa Baskett's niece, she wrote a story, and it goes way back because Beulah was, let's see if I can see right quick when she was born. She was born in 1907. So, and she's, like I say, she's still living and is a delightful person. I got a lot of information from her. I have photos. I have a list of the photos that I have taken and have sent to me that I have in the program, and this I have it according to the number, and then I've got actually I've got little pictures so you can see who I have, and these are the pictures that I can either put in there or have put in there, and I continue to get pictures of ones who are being added each year. I also have a book from the Lyles Church in Virginia, which our descendant, Reverend William Baskett, was the second pastor that they had, and Norma, which is another member of the Baskett Pace family, sent this to me. When Joe and I attended the Pace reunion last year, she was there, and she's also a member of the Baskett family from my line, from Fluvanna. And so this little book is the Lyles Baptist Church from 1774 to 1974, and it's really interesting. Back to the Pace Baskett reunion, that was William Baskett and Mary Pace. And that's quite a story too. But the Pace family, we went to Jackson, Mississippi last year to the Pace reunion, and these people are serious about genealogy. I thought I was serious until I went back there. They have board meetings. We had meetings in the morning and the afternoon, and they had speakers. They had people speaking on DNA. They have gotten into the DNA. Only the males of the family are able to participate in the DNA program, but it's really interesting. They have a bulletin that they send out quarterly with all kinds of information. They got people all over the United States working on the Pace, and there's one of the ladies in there that gave a talk last year. Is actually she gets big money for doing research, and she's done a lot of and she is a member of the Pace family. So there's just a lot of information out there. I have been very fortunate that I didn't have to do a lot of research. I have done some, but I get very frustrated with it. I'm better off to sit and put it in the computer. So if everybody continues to send it to me, I'll continue to put it in when I can find the time.